Hello everyone, welcome to We Are Lagging. This is our season finale of We Are Lagging. I am Simon at Wondering DM. Today I'll be GMing We Are Lagging. And that's going to... Oh no, we went back to green. Yay. Hi everyone, this is our season finale of Cyberpunk Red. Our first season ending tonight in a bloodbath in the secret labs under the IEC compound. But before we go and begin the combat that sort of reared its head at the end of last episode, why don't we go around the table? Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what are you most looking forward to in this finale? Let's start with Adelaide.
Yeah, I'm Adelaide Gardner, or Adelaide on Twitter. I play Reno, our solo. First of all, I'm fucking looking forward to fucking shit up, killing Mole and Steel, and blowing this whole popsicle joint. But yeah, I am 1/4 of a company called Action Fiction. We just released our first game, Monsters of Verka, which just hit Electrum on Drive-Thru RPG, which is pretty dope. So go check that out. It's a fun American cultural, political parody game for 5e, and we are very proud of it. Yes.
And who are you playing again?
I'm playing Reno, our solo. And Grumpy Cat Lady.
Up next, Anino.
Hey everyone, my name's Nino, and I play Jimenez, who is a mime today.
Oh yeah. Next is Jinx.
Hi, I'm Jinx. I'm Rin. Sorry, I play Jinx. And then I'm hoping to get some good shots in. Yeah, that's about it.
Chris is next.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. And tonight, I reprise my role as Mr. White or Dr. Frost, depending on what time of day. Tonight is at night. I'm doing my night job, so it's Mr. White.
And last but not least, Deirdre.
Hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Deirdre Dublin on Twitter, Praxorth as Mayor for it, as you see me around on Twitch, and I play Trins. She's the mechanic, and she is not getting shot today. That is the goal, not to get shot. I moved at the end of last session to put a wall behind me and the giant thing on creepy legs that will shoot at other people.
And we'll see how that's going to work out.
Mostly me. It's mostly shooting me. Hey Deirdre, I'll take it because Reno loves in her own way.
I appreciate.
So, in the immortal words of many a GM, roll for initiative.
Last game I had activated my reflex.
Yep.
So that is a 27 with a crit success.
So she is up the elevator and already outside of the building. Bye.
All right, let's see.
Damn it, really?
We go Trins,
I have 18.
then Jinx and Steel, then Reno and Mr. White, and Jimenez. Alright, so just to recap what happened last time. Oh, you are so right, Displacer Rat. let's thank our sponsors before I kill the players off with a very cyborged up person. First of all, thank you to Magen Press, makers of 5th edition supplements. Check them out at store.magenpress.com. Use code WonderingTheM to get 15% off, including the brand new book, Fantastic Felines, where you can get a bunch of stats for monsters based off felines, cats, and cat puns. Check out as well Found Familiar, the coffee company that's been sponsoring us since the beginning of the series. If you crave good coffee, check out foundfamiliar.com. Use code WonderingTheM to get 10% off. And also, if you order for $50 of coffee or more, you get free shipping in the continental United States. Our third sponsor this week is a brand new one, and it's Roll20. Roll20, the virtual tabletop that we've been using on basically all of our games here on Wondering DM. If you're looking to play some TTRPGs with friends remotely during these troubled times, check out roll20.net, or you can check them out by clicking on the panel down below. And our last, I see there's a wall of text from Rat. He's probably doing the spiel for Roll20 in my stead. Art Alsorian Games, we thank them profusely for making this game possible, and for letting us give away free copies of the PDF every week. And lastly, our partners through the Diceomancy program, the Purple Torch down below in the panels, Level Up Dice if you want shiny dice. Check them out. By the way, we're almost a level 2 Diceomancer, which means that once we hit level 2, we will get 3 sets of D6s branded for you to be given away during our stream. So if you would just like to help us reach this second milestone, just click on the torch down below. That's all you need to do. Like, once during the stream, just click on the torch. You don't even have to buy anything. If you do, thank you very much. But if you don't, it doesn't matter. Every click helps. Speaking of click, you hear the clicks of Mulhen Steele's 2 submachine guns that he's dual wielding. Last week we ended with Steele drawing his guns, and then his legs began to switch and change into these spidery metallic chrome legs. Instead of having 2 legs like a regular human's, he now has 8. And he's about 10 feet tall with these legs. And he's going to mess you up. But before he can act, Trins, what do you do?
Trins is, so I know where the server room is. Can I just haul ass down that hallway to where that server room is? Like, right here?
Yes, what's your speed?
Crap. That's the answer. What is her speed?
I'd say 6 or above, you're good.
Oh, her move is 4. Never mind.
Move? Okay.
Yeah.
So what we'll do is, I'll take Trins, I'll put her on the map.
Yay.
And you're about here. I'll remove the grid so that you can put your minis wherever you want. For those on the Roll20. Oops. Sorry, Chris, I added you twice. But there you go. So you can place yourselves wherever you want. And because I'm an idiot and I did not get a picture in time for Steel, which I don't remember why I didn't. But I should be able to put, like, Jimenez on the map. And here. big white square. There's a map for the players, yeah. For anyone watching, just know that the group has opened the doors past the elevator, the hallway that was in front of the elevators, and it leads them into a big, wide office-like room. It's 70 feet on one side by about 50 feet deep. In the middle of which there's an enclosure that seemed to have medical equipment inside, and that's where Mulhen Steel came out. The firefight that is about to happens in, if you will, a sort of high-tech plexiglass covered office floor with cubicles and all that. So Trins, you can run, I'll say with your move, you can run all the way up to the door of the server room, but that would be the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's what if that's what I gotta do to get there, that's what she's gonna do to get there.
Alright. That places yourself away from danger. Jinx.
Sorry.
Yep.
What do you do?
Shoot him.
Alright. Make your attack roll.
Oops. Wrong page. It's this one. I got a 24. Plus, do I add my +5?
Yes.
Okay, so 29.
How far away from him are you?
Well, I don't know if you can see the map.
Yeah. That's not that far.
I'm like on the corner.
Yeah, you would have needed a 15 to hit. So that hits. It's a body shot. Roll for damage.
16.
Fuck him up, yes.
You fire. Oh shit! I'm gonna need to draw a little character here. That's Nene, and that's Nene. Okay. You fire into Steel right in his chest. You hear the pling of your bullet bouncing off of him, but he seems to recoil a bit and grunt. You might not have dealt a lot of damage, but something connected.
Can I, like, turn and go around that little corner?
What's your move? If you've got a move of 5, yes.
Where's the move?
In your stats.
Oh, there it is. I have 7.
Then, yeah, you can round the corner.
Okay, I'll do that.
And he's going to spray bullets at at Reno, Jimenez, and Mr. White. I just need to pull up his sheet. He's within 15 meters, so that's a DC 15. Alright. And he fires a spray of bullets into the 3 of you. Each roll is opposed by armor separately. So these are all body shots, by the way. But he sprays basically in a cone, swiping his or sweeping his guns across the floor. They are going to deal... Okay, it's 2d6 each. So, I'll start with Reno. What's your stopping power on your chest, your body?
It is 11.
11? Alright. So you would take 0,
Dope.
0, and 0.
Okay.
But your body armor, the 11, goes down to an 8.
Okay.
Because it gets damaged
You got it.
by the other thing. Mr. White. I suppose you have 11 as well?
We all do.
Alright, so you take nothing, but your armor goes down by 3. And Jimenez, same thing.
By 3?
By 3, yeah, because it's 3 bullets each.
Just the body, not the head, right?
Just the body. He didn't aim for the head. In fact, as he sprays the bullet around, he looks at the 3 of you and says, "Fuck, even the mime is armored." But that's the end of his turn. He's well entrenched in that area. Reno, you're up.
Okay. I'm like right in front of the guy, correct?
Yeah, you're like 2 meters away.
How tall is he now with all his legginess?
His body
Mm-hmm.
is the same height it used to be. So picture
Okay.
maybe 3.5 feet.
Okay.
Maybe a bit more. We'll say 4 feet. He was 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. And then his legs are about 7 feet long.
Okay. So he's tall, like he's reaching this close to reaching the ceiling.
He's
if it-
almost touching the ceiling. Yeah.
Okay.
He could easily touch the ceiling with his arm if he wanted.
Okay. What I am going to do, I am gonna something really, really dope, but maybe reckless. I'm gonna run and attempt to slide through his legs to get behind him.
Ooh, that would be an evasion check.
Okay.
I'll oppose it with his melee.
Okay.
And melee, he's not as good.
Crit success. Yes. Oh, it looks so cool. I bet.
I got a 21. You have a 24.
26.
So, oh, 26. Sorry.
I
Yeah.
got a crit.
So describe to us how you slide through the 8 spindly legs.
So she is just. It's not even. She can't obviously back up. Maybe like a step, but then I just haul myself forward, almost like baseball kind of sliding through. So I kind of land pretty early, but I just
And you're
slide
now
my way
in
through
back
there.
of
Yeah,
him.
not even ducking, just straight baseball.
All right.
Sliding it.
Do you keep going farther after, or do you stay close to him?
No, I am sticking like right behind his back. I'm sure there's probably guns as well facing behind him. Who knows? But I'm sticking up close behind him. A little bit of distance, so like obviously he can't just, try and bat me. But
You
right there.
notice now that you're in back of him that under his trench coat, because of course he's wearing a trench coat, there seems to be 2 bumps where the shoulder blades should be. Squarish, like the size of a lunchbox. I should say cubish.
is there anything else I could do for this round? I don't think so.
This wasn't really an attack, so if you wanted to fire at him,
Yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah.
all right. You're very close to him. What's your weapon?
I've got my assault rifle with me, so it's more range, but fuck it, let's go for the big guns.
All right, that would be a DC 15 to hit him.
Okay. Actions. Assault rifle. Oh well. Too close.
Yeah, you you lift your rifle and his legs just get in the way and they prevent you from firing properly.
Okay.
Mr. White, as this is happening, what do you do?
Mr. White will walk over to the server room.
All right, what is your speed?
4.
4? So just like Trins, you can make it all the way up to the door by the end of your turn if you want.
Okay, and I'll look at Trins and say, do something crafty. His head's too close to the ceiling. Fire extinguishers, something. Fuck with him.
Oh, I get to have fun.
I've got control. I'll plug her in.
Cool.
Jimenez.
Jimenez is going to kick over one of the office desks and pick it up, and he's going to charge at Mulhan Steel and basically parkour up off one of his legs and stuff the desk in his face.
Okay. We're gonna need a roll.
Parkour.
Fuck it. We'll just do a melee attack roll, and his dodge will be like if he dodges out of the way, it both counts as the parkour that messes up or something, and him just weaving out.
Oh, okay. So I miss with the 10.
Yes, I could have missed. But he instead sees you coming with the desk and leverages like both of his SMGs and just fires everything he has, shredding the desk to pieces before you manage to hit with just like half a desk and not enough force. Do you want to land in front of him or in back of him?
I'll stay. I guess he'll land in between his front legs.
Okay.
Gonna keep pretty close.
All right. So within punching range.
Yeah.
Trins, you're back up.
Cool. So, Mr. White says he's got control, but he wants me to mess with this guy. Okay. So I'm next to the server room, right?
Yes.
One thing I know just inherently that there's going to be next to the server room is an access to the fire suppression system, so in case the servers start going up that somebody can put those out, right?
There's a small handle on the wall, like the fire alarm, fire suppressant system. You could just pull on it and something will happen.
She's gonna do that, and at the same time she's gonna flick out her hands, and she wears the gloves all the time, and this might be the first, you now see the little like 2-inch 3-inch long that look really nice and manicured, but they're carbon steel nails rippers that she's got, and she's gonna rip through the security lock on the server room the same time she pulls down the fire alarm.
Okay.
It's like, and she's gonna turn to Mr. White and says, "I haven't done this since high school."
Make a basic test, a basic tech check to break open the door, because the lever, that's fine.
20.
I was looking for DC 20. So you manage to jimmy the lock and force it open as you pull with your other hand on the small handle. And you hear a bell ringing. And all of a sudden, a spray of white mist fills out the entire room. It is cold, it is wet, and it gives a -4 to everyone trying to fight in range combat.
And she just kind of does one of these on the goggles.
to see. Yeah, because it's pretty much impossible to see at the moment. This is gonna go on for 3 rounds. So Jinx, as everything fucks up, you see even the massive shape of Mulhen Steel being like hidden by the by this like fire suppressant fog. What do you do?
Okay, what can I see around me?
Very quickly around you, you're hidden in the corner, so you saw Imenez pick up the desk and start running. You heard the fire. You cannot see anyone anymore in the corridor that you're in.
Would it be possible that center cube, that room that's in the middle?
Yeah.
Is it possible to go in there?
Yes.
Okay. I'd want to go in and go to like the doors that are closest to Steel.
Okay, yeah.
And do I have a better sight on him from there?
So one thing that happened when Trins pulled on the lever is that no mist whatsoever filled this operating block. It seems to be separate from everything else. When you're inside, you can see clearly inside. Can't really see outside. You notice in the center is an operating table. And there are lots of disused and secondhand cybernetic parts scattered around it. There's also a duffel bag with what seems to be personal items, belongings to Mulhen Steel. And you know that he had crossed the other door into the corridor where the fighting is. But even then, with the fog and everything, you can't really see. You'd be firing into the fog.
Okay, what's in this duffel bag?
That would be your turn. As you go through the duffel bag, you notice a Desert Eagle pistol. All chrome and shiny. And it's written on it, "To my favorite son."
Mine.
You see there's like clothes and stuff, and as you rummage through the stuff, you find an old Polaroid picture, the back of which is signed, just like written in Sharpie, Dad and I, 2027. And when you flip it, you see it's a younger, very much younger Mulhen Steel. And Shade.
Okay. Any money?
No money in it.
Damn it. Okay, I'll grab that. I'll grab my gun. And just place myself to get ready to shoot at him.
Okay.
If I see they need, if I manage to see that the others need suppressive fire, that's what I'll do.
Okay, then we'll move on to him. He still has the 2 SMGs out and is trying to find anyone to hit. He doesn't really know where he's firing, so I'll roll a d5. Jimenez and Reno, can you pick a number between 1 and 5?
4.
4 and 2. If I roll a 4 or a 2, you might be hit by a stray bullet.
Okay. Okay.
Who chose 2?
That was me.
Alright, we'll see if that happens. He still needs to roll with the -4. Yeah, that's a hit.
Whew.
So you would take 6. But I think your armor is still too strong.
Oh, it is. It should be. What are my armor?
Your armor was at 11. I think it went down to
It's at an 8 now. Okay, yeah,
so it
I'm
would
good.
go down
okay.
to 7.
It would go down to 7. Okay. Dope.
And that's his turn. He was just spinning around trying to fire in any direction, trying to find someone. And he says, "Show yourself, you cowards! I am an NPC made of one-liners." Reno, you're up.
Very much.
I'm right here. And I am gonna go since I am so close. Can I see? Well, first of all, he's wearing this trench coat. Never mind, I don't have anything to do. I can't really rip it off of him. His trench coat, does it? I'm assuming it covers like portions of his legs, correct?
A little bit.
A little bit. I mean, I have a mechanical arm. I vaguely know how joints work. Since I'm so close, I am just gonna big knucks punch him with the best guesstimate as to where maybe a weaker connection might be. Does it make sense?
Yes, that would be if you're able to uppercut him properly. Basically, where his hips should be.
Okay.
That's where you'd find the joints for all the legs.
Okay.
Because when they expanded from his thighs, they were like right below the hip bone.
Makes sense. Okay. Next attack, 16.
16, and you don't have any penalties because you're attacking. He's gonna have penalties to dodge because he doesn't see you, though.
Oh, okay.
So instead of a 15, he has an 11. 15, he misses. So
Nice.
your big nut connects.
5 damage.
You hear it ting, and when you come back down from your Shoryuken, you notice one of your knuckle is dented inwards.
Jeez.
He doesn't
Expensive.
seem to have felt anything.
Okay. Do I have space to attempt to rip this this trench coat, or will I need to shoot it next time? 'Cause I don't have a knife.
You could probably, if you parkour, and jump up on the wall, like kick from the wall up, you
Oh, yeah.
could
Good
extend
call.
your hands and reach his shoulders and either rip the coat off, or if you have a knife, just tear it in half. But that would be next turn. That would
Next
be an
turn.
attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just checking. Okay.
White. The door is open.
I'll walk in and close it behind me.
You walk in, close the door. The server room is dimly lit by the light of security monitors and the little LED lights on the server towers.
All right, Control. Where am I plugging you?
Server towers. It's the best part.
Okie dokie.
Oh, that.
I'll walk over to the server towers and I'll. As I do, though, I'm gonna swing by and take a look at the security stations. Do any of them have like cables for people to jack in and be able to monitor things faster?
Yeah, you have. There's a. So there are 3 monitors, only one of which shows like cameras. If you want to, but the cameras are not idle but fixed. If you want to move them or anything, you'd have to jack into the system, and then with just your head, like a VR headset, you'd be able to look whichever way you want.
But it has the cable, right?
Yeah, it does.
Is it hardwired or is it just a regular, easy to replace, like USB style cable?
It's like a plug-and-play cable.
I'll unplug it. And I'll go over to the servers. And I'll be like, all right, Control, where do you plug in? Where do I plug in?
And she indicates where to plug, like which port to plug her in.
I'll plug her in, and I'll plug myself. I'll say, I can trust you, right?
Control says, well, of course you can. Why wouldn't you?
No reason. I need something from you. That's why I'm plugging in.
All right, well, let's see what they have here. And the world goes black. Mr. White, mechanically speaking, from this point on, whenever it's your turn, you play 3 turns while you're in the Matrix, if you will, because everything responds faster. So you're allowed 3 actions, if you will. Moving is completely abstract. Think of the think of how like file structure is like in Windows. So you have your root file, and then you can collapse it and have like other files and all that. It's a bit like that, except in VR space it looks more like a giant tower. And you can reach different levels of the tower and go into the level and check what there is. Though this could also provoke security responses, depending on where you go and how careful you are.
I'm following Control, so...
Alright. Then you will follow her. We'll get to that next turn. Jimenez.
Jimenez is going to attempt a flying armbar. Just gonna climb up steel like some sort of monkey and apply a armbar, which is effectively a chokehold.
Okay. Climbing steel. His legs are powerful enough that they can withstand your weight. So, let's do like we did earlier. We'll make a brawl. Make your brawl attack.
Wouldn't this be the grab mechanic?
Yeah, that would be the grab mechanic, yeah.
Okay.
I keep forgetting that grab doesn't require brawl, I think.
So, athletics plus 1d10?
Yeah. It's an athletics check, if you will. Oof.
I'll add that 1d10 too.
Oh, it's already added.
Is it?
Yep. It rolled
cool.
1d10, on which you rolled a 10, and it rolled an extra d10 to add a 2, so you've got a 25.
Okay.
And I would just like to grab. Yes. How grab? Okay, and it's both you and your target roll dex. Okay, so it's either brawl or athletic for him. It's not gonna matter much. Yep, you succeed. So you climb up on him. Describe to us how you managed to do that, because you're climbing another human.
Yeah, so he basically uses one of the spider legs as a stepping stone, and since Jimenez is pretty athletic, he just rolls into a position where he manages to get his legs over the guy's shoulder and twist in a way to lock in an armbar. So now he's hanging upside down and choking him.
And Steel doesn't like that. He drops the 2 submachine guns and tries to go for you and to get you out of around his neck. Trins, you're up.
So this is cool and all, but I think maybe things should be a little bit more fancy, and I don't know. There are other things going on and things we need to do. So is there like is this copier that's right here really there?
Yeah, there's a photocopy machine there.
Cool. Can Trins use the photocopy machine and do one of the best parts, the only fun part of that movie, and use the photocopy machine to fire? Oh no, we already have cover. Never mind. She's not gonna do that.
Photocopy your butt.
No, she's not gonna do that.
Back to the
Not
whole company.
here. Not here. These people are too not mean. No. And no, that's an electrical closet, right?
Yeah.
Okay, she's headed to the electrical closet.
That's the service pipes. Sorry.
Oh, those are service pipes. Oh, okay. And we need to get in here to get everything,
Yeah.
right?
Like I said, if you go last week, if you go into the vents,
The vents
You
you go
can
into. I can
reappear.
come out
yeah.
in those vents. She's headed to those vents then. That's what I was thinking.
Okay. So by the time your turn ends, you're like halfway crawling in the vents.
Come out to the coast. We'll have a few laughs. It'll be great.
And you are on the west coast. You lose your shoes.
Fuck no. Those are light up. They're special.
Jinx, you're up.
Okay, I still can't see.
Not for another turn.
Okay, is there something like a rope or a large wire or something I can grab?
Yeah, there are large wires on the floor.
Okay. Basically, I want to grab that, wrap it around his leg, and then like find some way to like yank him and like try and make him fall.
Oh, you're doing the snow speeder maneuver. We'll say that's a contested athletics check. Because you're gonna pull with all your might on the cable. He's gonna try to either break free or do something else. He has a -3 because he's grappled.
I got 15.
He's got 60.
Can I use luck?
Yes, you can.
I have to have more than him, right? I can't tie him, right?
Actually, he should be at a disadvantage because he's grappled.
Yeah,
right?
that's why he has a -3. He has a 9 instead of a 12.
Oh,
Okay, can I use my luck?
Yeah.
Okay, so I used 2 luck, so 17.
So yeah, you with the weight, the added weight of Jimenez around his neck, and the now cables running around him, he falls face first. Jimenez, you just easily twist your body around to avoid getting hit by the fall, and using him to cushion the fall instead. You're still grabbing him, choking him, and he's now face down, the legs tied up in a bundle of cables. He goes, you think this is gonna stop me? He closes a fist, and this blade that Reno had seen comes out of his arm, and he tries to stab at Jimenez with it. He's got a -3 because Jimenez, you can try to dodge. You would also have a -3 unless you want to break the hold.
I will attempt to shift. So, roll evasion.
Alright. Oops, I rolled a crit miss. Meh, I have a 9. You only have to roll higher than a 9. Yeah, he keeps
13.
trying to stab you with the blade, and you just easily twist and contort your way around it. He's like,
As Jimenez is twisting, he'll flip the birdie in the hole.
in the what?
He'll flip the birdie while he's hanging on.
Like, you little shit. Reno.
Yeah. While he's busy in the front, I'm gonna see if I can grab find out whatever is lurking under his trench coat.
You rip the trench coat. And he's like, that was expensive. Little shit. But you see under the trench coat, the bumps are enormous, impractical implants that are essentially 2 small portable rocket launchers.
Oh my god. Okay. I don't know what Deirdre's yelling at me.
You have the EMP.
Oh yeah, I have the EMP. Oh god, yeah. Yeah. I'll grab the EMP. And it's a sticky one, right?
It's a pipe bomb, yeah.
It's a pipe bomb. Okay, yeah. If it's easy enough, stick it on there and let it go.
You stick it on him. Do you activate it right now? Do you detonate it? Like, do you stick and detonate immediately? Or do you put a timer on it?
I don't think he knows that I have that, or if he can feel that. But I know it's not an explosive. It's electrical, correct?
Yes. It's just if you're... Let's say the range is a certain amount of meters. You know that Jimenez doesn't really have a lot of implants.
Uh-huh.
Yours, however...
I do, yeah.
If you're in the radius, implants shut down for 1 minute.
Okay. Looking at this map, is this like a full? This is like a. Of course that's a full wall. Why would there be a half wall?
No, it's full walls. Yeah.
Yeah. April, I can't get in there. Okay, so that changes that plan. Yeah, I will set it for like 10 seconds. If that, because Jimenez will be okay. And it's just me. Is Jinx on the other side of that wall, or what are you?
She's on the other side of the wall, yeah.
She's on the other side of the wall, so she's fine. Okay, yeah, I'll set it for like 10 seconds, something really, really fast that he doesn't really have time maybe to get it off of him.
10 seconds would be 2 turns.
2 turns. 5 seconds then.
Okay, so you all have 1 turn to do something, and then at the end of your next turn, Reno, the explosive goes off. Ow. All right, White. You have your 3 turns. You're jacked in. The moment you plug in, you expected to see something, anything. Instead, all you see is blackness. And then green pixels begin to appear one by one. And they picture a face that you recognize, the face of Rach Barkmoss. And in a very, like, MIDI quality, says, "The way has been opened." And you find yourself at the foot of this giant tower in the middle of an electronic landscape. In front of you, a glitchy Asian woman covered in tattoos is there. But from time to time, the image seems to distort and come back as if the connection wasn't the greatest. And she says, "Well, took you a while."
This isn't what I specialize in. Ah. We need to make sure we have a clear path to the lab, and then we gotta make sure we have a path out. Security's got to know another way out.
She looks up at the floors and she's like, we'll probably have to go halfway or higher. Everything below will probably just like be public access files. Shouldn't take us very long. And she puts a hand on your shoulder and she says, brace yourself. And she jumps with you, just holding you like you were weighing nothing. And she jumps up halfway up that building, a good like 40 stories high, and breaks through the glass windows and rolls in. And as she gets up, she looks around and you hear growling and she says, "Oh great, hellhounds." And she like spins her hands around one another like she was doing like a cat's cradle type thing. And her hand around her hand forms this holographic dragon's head. And she just jumps at those like black dogs with piercing yellow eyes. And she bites them with her hands. And the dogs attack back. It looks a little odd because it's almost as if you were witnessing a JRPG in real life. She makes a move. And then her entire body slows down while they move, and then she can move again. And then they can, like, as if the reality had to process what was happening. She, as your second turn, she clears the floor of these hellhounds. But I would like you to make an awareness check for me, please.
Perception awareness?
Perception. Sorry.
30.
When she got bit by one of the dogs, you noticed her hair changed from the black, long and flat hair that she normally has up in a ponytail into this mane of curly blonde hair. It lasted a frame, but because you're in the net, everything is a little slower, and you manage to catch a glimpse of this. Her shape changing for a moment before going back to the jet black hair that she has. And she like turns off the dragon head and turns to you and says, "Well, this floor was protected. It means that there's something interesting. If not here, higher. I can make sure that our entry is as quiet as possible. While I do that, you might want to take a look at that."
I can do that.
Could you roll interface for me, please?
11.
It takes you longer than you would like. Your jack is not the best, even though you use your brain as processing power. Your connection to the system is unreliable at best. As you go through drawers after drawers of filing cabinets, you notice that the floor you stand on, anyway, contains personnel files. of all the employees that work at the underground lab.
Quickly grab any and all files related to the ones working on the project name that I was given by Carver.
Okay. You would find Carver's file in there.
And then cross-reference that with every other person connected to it. So that way, because I'm looking specifically for all the breadcrumbs I need to find the software or the files that have to do with this psycho program to be able to shut it down.
You put the files up, begin sifting through them, find out that you're not sure if it is the psycho program or not, but all the files have possessions 5 floors ahead, 5 floors above.
And who is the lab, whatchamacallit, like director?
Oh, the lab director is... Dr. Patel.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. That's the other name I had.
Yeah.
Whatever passwords Patel has, we'll use that to shut down all the security.
You would just need to find the floor that has access to that, and you'd be good to go.
So that's 5 above, same place.
You're not sure if it's exactly that, but there's something 5 floors above.
Okay. I will say that to control. Be like, okay. Control. 5 up.
All right. You notice that while you were doing this, she's been going around with a paintbrush, like a neon paintbrush, and painting the walls. Every time she would touch a wall, the wall would turn blue. And she'd even touch the hellhounds, and it just recreated a fake hellhound, albeit neon blue, just standing on all fours. As if she was recreating the scene of what everything was like before you happened here.
Pretty.
A neat little trick I learned. Alright, 5 floors above. Let's go. And
Yeah.
she points you to the elevator. We're not jumping this time. And that will be the end of your turn. Jimenez, back in reality. You're choking Mulhan Steel. You're also muted.
And Jimenez is going to continue choking, son of a bitch. He should have tried to break free, but he didn't.
No, he tried to kill you instead.
Yeah.
So
So he'll take 9 damage.
and that goes through armor.
That's right. All this time, Jimenez is, wrenching really hard, as if he's really trying to pull the guy's arm out of its socket.
It would be hard, but if you try an athletics check DC 30,
Okay.
do you have 11 points of luck?
I have 9.
Ah, you should. Which means that it is feasible for you. You just need to roll an 8 or above and then burn all of your luck, and you can tear out an arm without the help of cybernetics yourself.
Ah, well. It was worth a shot.
He squirms, tries to get out of the choke, but Trince is coming out of the other vent. Trins, you notice this lab where a bunch of computers are set up on tables around a central station. The station has a sort of Faraday cage in the middle. Not complete, just like partial, like walls. In the center of this Faraday cage is a giant steel armor. Like, think medieval full plate, but twice as wide and half a time as high.
Do I see anyone in here?
Nope, the place is empty. There are glass doors on your right that lead to another room, which you see seems to be a sort of office, like management,
That's the lab.
maybe.
And that's the lab we know we need to get into to get this.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I see anything else, like right outside the Faraday cage that looks like the control center for the Faraday cage?
There's a computer and a console next to it, and wires are connected both to the cage and into the back of this armor.
Can I get there and see just a quick look at what this is, if I should leave the Faraday cage on or turn it off?
You look it up, and there's a like on the screen a progress bar. It's at 69% right now.
Nice.
And it says Soul Killer Transference Program.
Cool. I don't like that idea. I don't like any of this. I know Faraday cages. I built one in less than 20 minutes. Can I just fuck up? I don't know, just like pull the plugs and fuck the whole thing up.
Yeah, you can. That would be a cybertech check. Because it requires a bit more like tools and time than just basic tech. And that would be a DC 25.
If instead she just wanted to fuck shit up and not try and save any of this shit.
Oh, that would still
and not do it pretty. Okay, cybertech?
Yeah. 25 is just to fuck shit up.
Okay. We'll see what happens.
It's very well protected.
I can't even spend luck on it.
You start trying to like pull the plugs out, but as you do so, you notice 69, 70%, 71%. It doesn't seem to have stopped anything.
Cool. She's gonna do this the old-fashioned way. Can she just reach down with those rippers and rip off pieces of the Faraday cage and run like hell?
On your next turn.
Yeah, that's what she's gonna do. She's like, fuck this shit. I tried doing it the nice way. I'm getting out. But she's headed in there. That's where she's headed.
All right. Jinx.
Still foggy?
1, 2, 3. No, the fog's clearing out.
Buddy Jimenez is around his throat.
Yeah.
I'll take his Desert Eagle. And I'll walk up to him. And I'll put it right up against his head. And shoot.
You still have to roll 10 or above.
Okay. What do I roll? I have my sniper and... Huh? Marksmanship? Okay.
I suppose that was a headshot.
Yeah.
So that's going to be double damage. Can you roll 12d6?
Could you remind me how to do that, please?
/R space 12d6.
$32.
You fire the bullet, and it goes in. And there's sparks coming out of the hole, and his head turns mechanically towards you, and he says, "Ha! Ha! Ha! Tough luck."
Cheater.
I'm still getting choked. He's actually gonna try to get out of the chokehold. It's an athletics check, right? You're muted.
Or brawling, whichever's higher.
It's the same for him. 15.
21.
Reno, right after your turn, your bomb explodes.
Oh, it's mine. It's mine now.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I am gonna radio over. I'd get away as fast as I can. And I'm gonna jump off and run the fuck away. Because I'm also mostly made of metal. So.
As you do so, poof, the EMP goes out. Jinx and Imenez, what are your implants?
Amped hearing and cyber optics.
Okay.
Or low light.
I have my reflex boost and my cyber optics for marksmanship.
All of those stop working for 1 minute. So for, let's say, 10 turns. Which is not, like, none of them are vital. So it's not that big a deal. It's just you can't sub-vocally communicate with the rest of the team. Like, you're gonna have to shout if you want to be heard. However, he goes limp.
Shoot him now.
Yeah, shoot him.
On your next turn.
Is he still breathing?
Huh?
Is he still breathing?
Weakly, feebly.
Oh, I'm gonna still choke the life out of him, so by bullet or asphyxiation, he's dying.
Alright, but that's gonna be on your turn. First, there's Mr. White. Mr. White, the building begins to shake. And, in the elevator, before the doors open to the next level, Control says something's happening. Something big has been launched. A big program. I don't know what it is yet. I'll let you go on ahead on this floor, and, I need to investigate this.
No, you don't. I know what it is. We need to be quick.
What is it?
Was there a reason that you brought up that name before?
Who?
You know. Bart Moss. Why would you bring up that name?
Because he's the world's foremost hacker. Netrunner.
But I'm no netrunner.
No, you are not. And yet, you insist on coming on a net run with me.
I need information.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know how to undo what they did to those people. And there's only one way to get it. And I can't put it on a data chip. And I can't carry it anywhere else. It has to be implanted in my neural net. There's only one way to do it. And if you're half as good as I think you are, either you'll do it, or I will have to have a conversation with Rach Bart Moss.
I doubt Rach would be much of a conversationalist. I heard they nuked his bunker.
Yeah, that big program that just launched?
Mm-hmm.
It's him.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope it's just a big prank.
You know what held me up, Control?
I thought it was the fact that you were a novice.
Rach Bart Moss. Rach Bart Moss made sure that I had a clear path to the tower.
But Rach is dead. He could... Oh, shit. He couldn't have. Come on, let's go. Let's go. We don't have time to waste.
No. That's why I need to know how to get in there and burn this place down and save as many people as I can. It's the only thing I was ever born to do.
After you, then. And she motions out of the elevator. And you notice that she's taking her time walking after you. Like, she is obviously distracted by something.
So, you never told me, Control. Are you AI? Did someone soul kill you? Or are you just addicted to running the net like Rach?
There's not a whole lot of people in this world that would know what Soul Killer actually does. Where did you learn that?
Call it special education during my childhood.
Well, if you insist. I invented Soul Killer with Rach. My name's not Control, but now's not the time to talk about it.
Nice to meet you, Alt. Let's roll.
And her entire image just shifts from this petite Asian woman to a tall, curly blonde woman with a silvery arm and a... well, what can only be described as lingerie.
You didn't have to get all dressed up for me. I'm pretty enough.
That's the most recent image of myself I could find.
Yeah, there's a lot of photoshopping going on. You got a kind of like a cult following.
I hope I still do. I've been dead for a while. Come on, let's get to work.
Yeah.
You search your the level. You discover that this entire level contains information regarding the Psycho program. But certain information, a lead that you find on the experiments that they've ran, a lead by the name of Hawk, though they only know him as Subject 13. Goes up a few more floors above.
That's the one we need. That's the key. They found a way to change Hawk's memories. That's how we find out how to download this into my head so I can undo it. The only way it's safe is in something organic. On the net, you'll just find someone that weaponizes people again. But we gotta be fast. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know who's trying to wake him up, and I don't want to know. Because that brings about a time that I just can't deal with today.
Let's go up.
Yeah.
And that next floor is going to be on your next turn. If that's okay with you. Technically,
Of
going
course.
back in the elevator and going up is like the end of your turn.
Yeah. No, I'm good with that.
All right. Jimenez. Back in meat space.
Yep. Jimenez is still choking.
9 points of damage.
Yep.
You're eating through his HP faster than the bullets. Prince then, because he's not trying to. He's out cold for the moment. So
Yeah, Trins grew up in Night City. She knows mechanics. She knows generally what the Soul Killer program is. She doesn't think she wants anything tied to Soul Killer program and a giant thing that looks like plate armor. That just sounds like a bad idea. So she's just gonna take the Rippers and say, fuck this, I should know I shouldn't do better. And she'll do the worst thing you could possibly do when things go wrong with your electronics and just rip the fuck out of the just destroy the hard line.
You don't need to make an attack roll. You get your rippers out and you begin to claw at everything. And as you do, can you make an evasion check?
Fuck.
Hey, it's not a bullet.
That doesn't matter.
It is not a bullet. You will subtract 15 from what I'm about to roll. 20.
Cool, only 5.
So you take, and it goes through armor because it is electricity. It's just a massive discharge of electricity coming from out the wires, and electricity being what it is, just sought the closest thing it could transfer to, which was your nails and yourself. And you feel the surge of electricity. Your heart begins to pump like crazy. It hurts, it burns, but it stops just as quickly as it began. The computer is smashed. The cables are shredded. But the armor doesn't, it never moved. Not gonna move.
That's okay. She doesn't want anything to continue uploading or downloading or doing whatever. And it's probably not the first time she electrocuted herself. Let's be honest.
So.
And then she's gonna haul ass over to the door. That's what she's doing.
We're gonna move out of initiative. And I'll explain why after the break. Stick around, everyone. We'll be right back. Go get a drink. Go get some snacks. And we'll see you in a few minutes.
She runs
Hello.
diagnostics the old way.
We're back. And like I said, we're out of initiative. Why are we out of initiative? Well, because my big bat is getting choked on the floor. And also, Trent's destroyed his way out. So, we can still do turn per turn, but because of the EMP that Reno detonated, Steel is essentially powerless for still 8 more turns.
I think you misspoke earlier.
Why?
It's not because he got choked out. It's because Jimenez is fucking legit.
Too legit to quit.
So, Reno. We'll start with Reno, Jinx, and Jimenez around Mulhan Steel's body, and then we'll move on to Trins in the lab, Mr. White in the net.
Okay, so he's incapacitated on the ground. We have Trends going where she's supposed to go. We have Mr. White where he's supposed to be. I don't know how bodies, like hyper jacked up bodies, work in Cyberpunk. Is there... Well, there was a chip before with my old partner's brain, and then there was one in mine. Is there... Would I know of some kind of, like, almost like a memory chip kind of thing? Or, like, maybe he has the same database kind of dump that I used to have?
Yeah, like a courier chip.
Yeah.
That, you could... you can try to open his skull and check inside. That would be a cybertech check.
Okay. I'm not very good at that, but I'll try. Could be worse.
You start rummaging around. You find that he has a back plate.
Mhm.
Yours was just like a jack that you could
Yeah, mine was
plug
just
in,
like-
and that's it. His is the whole like back plate. You remove it, and there's a bunch of different jacks inside. It looks like the back of a computer. There's even an Ethernet port for some reason.
Anyone knows what this means? I kind of gesture.
You've been cybered enough to at least identify a few of them.
Right.
One is for skill chips.
Mm-hmm.
Basically do like in the Matrix where you plug in a program and you're like, whoa, I know Kung Fu.
Right.
Same thing. There's another one that's just a jack for like everyday connected and that type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a third one that can connect to specific weaponry, like a smart link. That would be physical, so you'd have the cable go and plug into your weapon, and to boost your skills with that weapon.
Jackpot. I am gonna attempt to take that out, and if it's too difficult for me to take it out, I'm just gonna bash it.
All right. Let me tell you what the DC is. It is going to be cybertech if you want to remove it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's either 15 or 20. I don't remember. Let's see. Neuralware. Yeah, it's a smart gun link. And that's N. N is negligible. It's actually DC 10.
Okay.
But it would take you an hour to remove it. Careful.
My fingers are too big anyway. I'm straight up just gonna go for a punch into the back of his skull where the chip is. See if I can maybe hopefully damage something.
There's no armor, so just roll damage.
Okay. Damage. 6.
You dented the plate in and possibly rendered inoperative many of these jacks.
Wouldn't it just be easier to shoot him?
Listen, I have a. Don't you think it's a little overkill? I'll point to the giant assault rifle on my back.
Well,
You know-
technically, I do have his Desert Eagle in my hand. But I mean, I wanted to ask him a question if he could let up on the strangling for a second.
Oh, I thought he was unconscious, but at this point.
Well,
Oh,
if
is-
you wait a minute, he'll come back to his senses.
Well, how do we know if we let him go that he's just not going to
Stop killing us again.
start
Oh,
killing
I
us
don't
again?
want to let him go. I just have a question, that's all. I can shoot him after, I don't give a shit.
All right. Menace is just going to roll out, but well, before he gets up completely, he's going to take a picture of himself kneeling next to the fallen guy, and flashing a peace
Selfie!
sign.
Yes.
But pretty sure no one will still recognize him. But
There's a few solos who would definitely recognize him. Like in the business.
recognize him, but they won't recognize Jimenez. But the fact that he was done in by a mysterious, muscly mime would
Oh
yeah, right,
make
you're
it an
right.
urban
Yes, it's a
message.
A
mime.
muscly mime.
But,
Oh, I forgot about that.
But I just want to think. I just keep thinking about the kinds of urban legend about how this guy got done in by a mime.
You wait for a minute, and he. You didn't kill me,
Not yet.
fucking cowards.
Oh no,
Where's your
that's
dad?
coming. That's coming. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Where's your dad?
Why you want to finish off the whole family?
Yeah.
Should have known you were nothing but a traitorous bitch.
I'll let you think that way. Where is he?
I don't know, I haven't seen Shade in a while. They say he's hiding somewhere in Night City.
Of course he's hiding. Fucking chicken shit.
So,
Yeah? What?
gonna finish me off, or do I take you all with me? And the two rocket launchers begin to move forward.
I'll shoot it. I'll activate my reflex.
Oh, they didn't
again.
work? Ah, the EMP didn't work?
Yeah, the
I
EMP
did.
works, but it stops everything for 1 minute.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I can restart my reflex and I'll shoot him. Like multiple times with the Desert Eagle. Until he's done.
You hear the blam, 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 blam of the Desert Eagle, the flashes of the muzzle. His body jerks a few times and then ceases to move.
Are the rocket launchers not moving?
They're not moving.
Okay.
So just
Menace
saying,
is going
it's a
to,
little anticlimactic.
Well,
After all this time, he's just dead.
Well,
Not for lack of
he should
trying.
have gone into a power armor, but someone fucked that up.
No riff on you, Simon. It's a riff on Mullen Steel.
Menace is going to test the rocket launchers and see if he can tear them out.
Do you want to tear them out so that they're not usable anymore, or you want to take them apart so that they could be reinstalled into someone else?
The latter.
Okay, then that would be a cybertech check.
Oh.
Try it.
Yeah,
Might
why
as
not?
well. Might as well.
Yeah.
Trends could use something new to play with, I'm sure.
7.
You break the first rocket launcher by trying to wrench it out of the body. It comes with skin, bone, and metal inside, and a bunch of wires that go inside his shoulder and seem to connect with his spinal cord. There's still another one.
Well, I mean, you can still take the rocket out of this thing, right?
Oh yeah, the rocket itself, you can take it out if
Okay.
you wanted. It's about this big.
Okay. He'll rip out the other one too, or attempt to requisition it.
All right.
What's it to hit? Can I use luck on this too?
Of course, yeah.
How much more do I need?
You would need 3 more points.
Okay, I'll use 3 more points then.
All right. So with the other one, you take your time and like just pull on it, and just play with it a bit, and turn it, spin it. You hear the crunch of the bolts inside, and then when you pull it out, you're careful to just disconnect the wires one by one to make sure that nothing breaks. It's a box about this wide, this thick. There's a single rocket that goes in. And technically it's made to go in back of you. It is very visible, almost impossible to conceal. Of course, it's not super legal to carry it around. But yeah, it's made actually to go onto the back of animals.
That's just fucked up.
Well, sizable animals, I should say. It's still fucked up, but like you can't put a rocket launcher on a bunny rabbit.
Or can you?
You can. It's just gonna be hilarious when it fires.
I've seen Monty Python. I know how this will end.
Does it get the tagline of, "Hey, what's up, Doc?"
Yeah.
So
Well-
where are the others?
Server room. I gotta say, I didn't really think I would ever actually end up murdering somebody.
Less
Sorry.
murdering when it's a dog. It's more like putting him down.
You gonna be okay?
Probably. See how many likes this picture gets later.
You gonna be famous.
Well, he'll drag his trophy with him, and just look for Trent and Mr. White.
All right. Meanwhile, Trins, what are you doing?
Well, I've got to. She looks back at the power armor, and there's that moment of like, I want to play with the shiny. Crap, I gotta go to work. Then she's gonna. We needed to get into the lab to destroy all of the Arasaka stuff, right?
The plans that they stole from.
Built from Arasaka of
yeah.
the Sugo stuff, of the power armor, right? Power armor is one of those things, like the one behind me.
Yep.
She's gonna turn and go, and open the door quickly, run across the room, and set Benedict down, her agent down, and say, "Just do the thing with the files. I have play toys. There are toys. I'll be back, right back. And then she'll turn around and run to the power armor and see, like, rip the Faraday cage apart and see how much she can strip off of this power armor in the time it takes to. I mean, she stripped cars.
Yeah, this is slightly different. But let me see.
And she doesn't want to break it, but she wants to take it into pieces. Because yeah, we wait, no, it wouldn't be Benedict, it would be the other one. So we had an actual phone from Arasaka, right?
No, you didn't.
No, it was just us getting the information off of their servers, right?
It was wiping their servers.
Yeah,
Control is our way to wipe their servers.
Control is the way to wipe their servers, but that was the servers, but not the lab. The lab we needed to destroy the individual computers.
Yeah, we need to set them back as far as possible.
Okay. That case, she would instead of rewind, sorry, I messed up what we were supposed to do. So rewind, she would click her teeth and say, hey, if anyone want to come bust some shit up while I take something apart to bring home? Because I has a new shiny.
I'll get up and start heading in the direction that.
Couldn't we just wear the armor out?
I don't know that it's guaranteed. I don't want to do that because somebody was downloading into it. Do you really want to be in there when somebody was trying to download? I want to wipe the whole system before that happens.
All right, well, I guess I'll help you carry the stuff.
Huh?
Can we find out what they were downloading?
Oh, no, they were doing a soul killer.
Oh, the soul killer. That's right.
They were downloading their entire consciousness into the power armor so they could come out and try and kill you all.
Just another Tuesday.
I mean, it's a little aggressive.
Yeah, no, I will head up. I'll get up and start heading towards where Trins is.
All right.
In the meantime, she's pulling apart the Faraday cage to get it power armor to make it easier for transport.
You, as you start working on the armor, you quickly realize that while it did look like an armor, it is in fact not an armor. It is not hollow inside.
Yeah, it's a robot.
It's a robot.
She's gonna pull a horrible, horrible Anakin and pull apart the C-3PO. Or not Anakin, Jabba Fett, and start pulling apart C-3PO.
All right. So that'll take a while to remove piece.
Yeah, but there are people who are gonna go bust shit up, and they're the computers, bust those up. I'm going to take this apart.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just saying, in case something happens.
Yeah, in case something happens. But I mean, she's not taking it all the way apart. She's detaching limbs from torso and head. Does that make sense?
Okay, so you're just basically splitting like right arm, torso, right leg, left leg, and head.
Enough to carry it out.
Yeah, Jimenez walks in, brandishing the rocket launchers, and is about to say, "Hey, Trent," and then just sees what she's doing and just goes, "Never mind." And he's gonna start looking for
what?
Oh, I just bought you more ordnance. And he just pulls up the rocket.
Yay! No. And she'll be like, it's like, no, do you know what I can do? I can put those on this. And then we can have a bodyguard that walks around the entire building, and it'd be really cool. Huh? What do you think about racing stripes?
On a robot?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would be rather tacky.
Okay, but I'm not going gold because that's like just ostentatious.
Wiggle my hand that's black and gold. Nice to know.
No, I mean, I'm like, not the whole thing gold, because that's just be a lot. And she's pulling apart, detaching at the shoulder and arm. and then another
Never
arm.
too much. No such thing as too much gold.
What do you think of a nice like 57 Chevy turquoise blue with white racing stripes and maybe a fin? You think the
Yeah.
fin is too much?
Like a fish.
Like a big $57 Chevy. Wow,
Jimenez
you
is
have
just
no-
going to turn around and look for like a big cart in order to put all these parts in and wheel it out.
You would need something very strong, as this suit weighs 970 pounds.
Woohoo!
There had to have been something to put it together here.
Yeah, moving the pieces in multiple smaller shipments.
Okay, okay. Fine. She's still gonna be breaking it apart as much as she can.
I have a question. Mr. White being in the internet, is he inside IEC's databases as well, since he's like here locally, or?
Probably.
I am going to are we able to send messages to him while he's still hooked in?
Yeah, no, he's gonna receive them because he's technically connected to the net anyway.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That makes sense. I am going to radio to Mr. White and say, listen, can you do me a huge favor without mentioning it to anyone else? If it's not too much trouble, of course.
I live to serve.
I reckon, since we're here on premises, it's likely easy to hook into IEC's servers. If you could do me a favor and run a check on a Greer Auden and a Frank Auden, and just delete them entirely off the system, that'd be great.
I'd be happy to.
Don't ask.
Don't need to.
Click off. Metagaming, that's me and my dad, who both work for IEC.
Those personal file would probably be found lower on the in the building, since they pertain to IEC as a whole and not just the lab that you find yourself in. Speaking of, Mr. White, in the Matrix, you happen upon the floor above where information on Hawk and so many others were stored. You have access to video footage of a ton of people. And data on the project itself.
I need the data on the project to know how to reverse engineer it, and a list of names.
Names of who exactly?
The victims.
Okay. So we'll do it this way. The victims of this project, the dredges of society, those that were turned into psychos, they're not even known by names.
Then I won't
They're
mess with it.
kept by serial.
That's fine.
The people whose memories were taken, stolen from them, they are known as like subject number whatever, but there's a picture attached to them. You could run like the NCPD could run facial recognition program and find them and identify them. Like, you know Hawk, like you see his picture, you know who he is. And the others don't really tell you anything. There were about 100 people in all. And you have the data on the project, data which reads as follows. The project itself consisted of creating an invisible army of cybered up individuals that would be completely complacent, using brainwave technology, brain dance technology, and the memories of rather normal and unexciting lives of certain people. enough to say that those memories would not look too far out of place, but that they could have some measure of excitement in their lives to keep them somewhat happy if they turn aggressive or restless. The goal was then to disseminate, well, to sell these people as weapons, disseminate them into other places where you have enemies. And when
Like the report we saw, where was it, China or Japan?
China, yeah.
China.
And in China, that was a test run. And basically stop this like pre-recorded life or moments of these lives whenever you wanted them to start acting up, because these victims were vagrants, vagabonds, the homeless. They weren't into any systems. If you manage to smuggle them wherever around the earth, they're not going to be registered anywhere anyway. People are going to easily go by them without noticing that they're there, until the moment the strikes happen. The second part of the project, they wanted to go one step farther, and they got their hands on the Soul Killer code, which would be found at the top of this building. With Soul Killer, what they wanted to do is, instead of taking people and cybering them up, which is very cost inefficient, it would be to find a way to integrate their personality and their already broken personality, because of course they would take people susceptible to that, upload them into machines, not necessarily power armor, but any type of machines, and let them run amok. So what happens if your dishwasher one day comes to life and decides to murder your whole family? That was their intent, to create these invisible soldiers.
You know what we have to do with this ult, right?
Yeah. Burn it all.
But I need a copy in my head so I can reverse engineer the damage they've done.
Copy everything you want. And
I don't know how to do that.
Oh, it's...
I'm not a netrunner. I'm a doctor.
All right, you see these files over there? And she points to the ones that you have lined up in front of you. I know it's going to sound weird, but eat them.
Okay. Will that delete them off the server as well?
It's like the old action of cut and paste.
Okay.
If you wanted to copy them, and she shows you, she takes one, and she holds
No, I don't want to copy it.
Oh, all right.
I want it gone. And I want every trace of it gone.
And then eat it all.
Okay.
And you just, the moment you take a bite into these like almost translucent sheets of paper, they just instantly disappear. And you feel a tingle in the back of your head as the data gets transferred into your actual physical body.
I'll finish this. I don't. Everything else needs to be gone. Nothing left. They need to be set so far back that they can't even restart for at least 10 years.
All right.
And if you need it, this is the one thing that I don't give to anyone. But I need two things. I need no one to know about what I'm doing. And I need Greer and Frank Auden gone from the system like they never existed, completely ghosted, wipe them clean. And I will give you the one thing I don't hand out, and that is a personal favor.
I would get a favor from you.
The only thing I don't hand out.
Done. You're gonna want to disconnect before everything goes to shit.
I will try. I gotta eat these files first, though. And that's not my favorite flavor. Don't let me down. I'm trusting you in a way I don't trust people.
I see that. I can feel it. Even though I'm not in meat space anymore.
You bring me Soul Killer. I can maybe fix that too.
Hey, you almost got my favor out of my mouth.
I'm not stupid.
But first we're gonna burn this place down. I'll wait until you're done. Oh. While you do that, I'll go delete these unimportant people.
Appreciate it. So unimportant that they never existed.
I know. Who are they anyway?
Ghosts. Whispers of ghosts. A shadow that never was. And at that point, you'll just see him slowly eating these files and his meat space body shaking and groaning in tears. And we can just fade the black.
Meanwhile, back in meat space. What do y'all do?
So you need to just destroy those computers, fuck them shit up. If you can find the hard drives, pull them out and then, manually break the shit. But just break as much of that shit as you want. If she's, found whatever wrench or tools are in this laboratory that, it's a lab. You built it here. There has to be something. And is taking things apart as quickly as possible.
All right. Can you all make me, except for Mr. White, can you all make me a perception check?
Yep. 16.
Woo. Nice, Anino.
I actually, when Minas and Reno went to join Trends, I was still with the body. Yeah.
Didn't Anino bring the... Oh, no, he didn't bring the body. You stayed with the body.
Mm-hmm.
You
He
still
does the
have to
rockets.
make a check, but we'll get to you before we do the result of the check. Because I thought you were with them.
Just a perception?
Yep.
19.
Okay, so that's going to be everyone. But first, while this was happening, while Jimenez, Reno, and Trins are destroying stuff, what do you do, Jinx?
I was just staring at the body, and I pocket the photo and his gun, the Desert Eagle. And I'm just like, the thing that you know to be true is the lie that will kill you. And I'm just like, and I'll walk over towards them. So I'm basically like on my way towards them. Do we know where Mr. White is? We know that he's in that room?
No, he didn't tell anyone. Trins
Okay.
would know because she was next to him, but...
Okay, but like, if you look at the map, I'm gonna obviously go from the body. I'm gonna go towards where they are. If I look into the room, do I see him?
Oh, yeah, if you pass by the room, you would see Mr. White sitting on a chair, his body convulsing.
Okay. And I see the other three. They're together. They're fine.
The other three are over here. So, yeah, you would see them.
Yeah, technically. Okay. I'll just wait outside the room. Do I see that he's jacked in?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll wait outside the room. I'll just stand at the door. I won't, because I don't want to do anything that could hurt him. So I'm just like, I'll wait there.
And as you do so, you hear, and everyone else hear footsteps and yells coming out from where the elevator was. Spread out! Find them! Kill them all! And a security team makes its way down the corridor.
It's time to go. Time to think about going.
We got, yep. Where's our exit?
Out the back door over here and through the side over there.
Where's White?
I got eyes on his body.
He's jacked in.
Mr. White. We got company coming. We gotta go.
Because of how the Matrix works, the net works, I should say, by the time you get this message from Jinx, you're nearing completion of your copying of all the, transferring of all the data. Do you keep going?
He'll go faster. And he'll say, "End them, I'll be done soon."
I'd take out my gun.
Yeah. Ahead and
get
some
ready to
cover
start.
and-
Yep.
So you
Hey,
set up...
Jimenez. Hey, Jimenez.
What is it?
Can I borrow one of those new shiny toys you brought me, please? Please? Please?
Yeah, do whatever you want with it. And
Okay,
Menez
cool.
is actually going to he's actually going to duck behind a wall near the door.
Okay, so we're all in here, right? Except for Jinx.
Yes.
We're all in
Yeah.
there.
Yes.
Okay. And they're coming through in here, right?
They're coming through this way.
Cool.
They'll encounter
Jinx-
Jinx before they encounter you.
Yeah. Trins grabs the rocket launcher, runs to the decontamination setup from the inside and just shoulders the doors open and says, "Hey, Jinx, you might want to duck," and fires the rocket launcher straight on the hallway.
Oh my god.
That's an RPG attack made at 25 to 30 meters.
I mean, you
All
might
right,
want to
that's
duck into the room.
That's a DC 15 to hit.
With marksmanship?
Marksmanship, yeah.
Okay, I'm probably gonna blow luck on this. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I'm gonna blow 2 luck on this to make it a 16.
All right. Then can you roll 7d10? Oh, sorry.
She would have waited just long enough to see Jinx move somewhere. But you brought me a rocket launcher. I like using the toys that people bring me. 34? Oh, I rolled like crap.
They have 32 hit points. So the rocket explodes. All 4 members of the response team are blown to bits. Their equipment scattering everywhere. Mr. White, you are done.
I will attempt to jack out, whatever that means. But before I do, I'll be like, "Oh,
Yeah,
what do you need from me so you can leave?"
I'm everywhere.
Of course you are. I leave the phone in, right?
Yep.
I'll see you on the other side.
And she salutes you.
And I pull the jack.
I just need to note something down real quick. Okay. So you jack out of the net as you hear the commotion and explosion of a rocket. Jinx ducking into the room where you are. There's smoke and debris flying all over the place.
Well, that was fun.
Menez just peers over the out of the door, and then just glances at Trent's.
I'm still not sure whether I want you to have that C4 or not.
What's C4? I don't have any C4.
Most of it went to the parking garage. She doesn't have
Not as
much
much-
left.
Not as much as you think. And she's going like, and yeah, and then she turns and like takes like the arm, like the half an arm that she's pulled off of this, and like kind of turns and hands it to Jimenez and continues to pull off.
So I have to carry your stuff for you?
You said you were finding a rig.
Did I find a rig? Was there anything there that I could have used, like a shopping cart or something?
Oddly enough, the chassis of this robot could work as a impromptu exoskeleton to carry some pieces, not all of it, but some pieces out. Because boy howdy is this shit full of stuff inside.
I mean, Menez works out, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that is a bit
970 pounds. And you're probably gonna have to run with 970 pounds on you.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's possible.
I think after like she takes an arm off, she realizes that she can't get the whole thing, at least, and not get everybody and not have everybody get out safely. So she just takes the head off and just like have the arm and the
An
head
arm and the head.
and
Oh, you got the important.
I'd
this
say
gun port. It's like
arm-
this gun port.
An arm and a leg would be possible to like it would be possible without like a rig or anything to carry
An arm and a leg.
yeah, an arm and a head.
Okay.
I would like to know, so there's two arms, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of which has a heavy machine gun attached to it, and the other one has a hand, which seems to
The hand with
also
the
have
knife?
huh?
Is that the hand with the knife? Oh no, this is the robot.
Bat.
Not Mulholland Steel.
Yeah, it's the hand with a bat.
Yeah, the hand with the bat, the nightstick. This is actually just a bigger version of the Excalibur nightstick that I think Reno has.
Yeah.
The one that tases and does everything.
She'd take the whole arm with the machine gun, and then she'd see the nightstick, and it's in the hand. Can she remove the nightstick from the hand?
Yeah, the nightstick is just for you, it's
Yeah.
a baseball bat.
She can. That's not a problem for her. She grabs that, and she looks at Jinx and goes, "Okay, I'm gonna blow this up now."
Okay. And I look
Well, I
at
can't
White.
take the.
and I'm
I
like,
can't take the.
What?
I can't take all of it.
No, obviously. But I mean, can we
Don't leave anything usable.
get out before you blow it? I mean, I
Good
like
idea.
explosions, but like, I
Well-
look at White. I'm like, are you okay? Can you move, run?
White's like kind of just staring, and he's searching his brain for the exit that Alt gave him.
Yes, there would be an exit. Actually, let me move the thing off.
Giant
here.
robot.
Yeah. And the exit would actually be. Draw shape. Let's go with yellow. This area here.
Cool.
We have a way out. This way.
All right.
And I just start
everybody-
stumbling, kind of fast walking.
Yeah, hustle.
There's
Trin
a little
says the
bit of blood
nightstick-
trickling down his nose, or trickling from his nose.
I don't know that Trins has seen you yet. That might scare her. Trins looks at Jimenez and Jinx and Reno. Well, Jimenez and Reno is like, you go first. I gotta make a big boom.
Don't have to ask me twice. Oh, I'll help White through, making sure that he's not gonna, collapse in the hallway or something.
Nah. Take more than that to kill me.
All
I'll
right.
hang back. I'll hang back and wait for Trins.
Trins is carrying the nightstick. She gave the arm to Jimenez. She's got the head under one arm, but she's put him like down by the door, and she is going to rig the rest of this whole thing to explode. There's enough munitions in the power armor.
Yeah,
Enough
because
electronics, at least.
you didn't take the arm with the bullets inside with you. So yeah.
No, I did. I took that arm, and I took the thing out of the other hand.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, there's no munition left in the robot.
Okay, but there's like some form of propulsion.
Legs.
No, but I mean there has to be like some sort of
Okay.
engine system.
Oh, there's a bit of it, but it's not going to blow up the whole building.
Cross your little.
No, I'm gonna use that as the basis, and then put a little bit of C4 in it, and make it look like the whole thing it just exploded. Like they screwed up,
Sure.
or a lot of C4.
Probably need a lot of it. But I thought you
really.
wanted. I just want to make sure. I thought you wanted to destroy this whole laboratory.
Yes.
Oh, okay. In that case, yeah, she'll do the whole thing. She'll put C4 at all the corners,
And
all
this
the
place.
electronics.
And that's gonna
Oh.
use up all the rest of the C4.
That uses up all of the rest of the C4 that she currently has.
All of it.
She doesn't have all of it.
Then there would not be enough to
Okay,
level
then
the
fine. She'll
building.
use it all up. She'll use up all the C4. Yeah, she's not. You want me to level the building? I'm gonna level a building, and she'll level it. She'll just do it like she did for the parking garage.
You're gonna drop the first floors coming down to menswear. Now hurry up and get the fuck out of there.
I'm coming. And she'll like run after everybody else.
As you escape through the door that leads to the opposite side of the building. Actually, when you come out of the building, you notice that the door itself is a hidden door. The size of a garage door. But when closed, it looks identical to the rest of the building. It's almost impossible to see the seams unless you know that it's there.
Always have to have a way to sneak their shit out.
Wants to hit the button.
Let's keep moving and hit the button. It's not a
Okay.
discussion.
Oh, okay. Are you okay? And she like hits the button as she's checking on Mr. White.
Are you okay? Boop.
that is a lovely sound.
I has the car over here.
I got my
Does she
bike.
park-
I'm gonna go get it. I'll
Okay.
meet you back at home.
Because she parked the RV away in the public parking. Like, and she'll go and pull out of the RV and like have some like snacks and offer them to Mr. White and be like, "Can anything else I can get you?"
Fruit roll up.
Just the guy. Because I love it when a plan comes together.
I'm shocked, actually. You did it.
Are you okay, Jimenez?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, just another day in Night City, I guess. Choking a human spider cyborg.
Yeah, that was a sight to see.
Shockingly, I've seen a lot weirder.
Honestly, that's true.
Get used to it.
That's life on the West Coast, apparently. Just
Yeah,
choking robot spiders. That said, we're gonna fast forward a bit to that night at the apartment. I figure you probably celebrate in some way or another. What does it look like? What's happening in this epilogue of our first season?
Once we get to the apartment, I just give Mr. White just a nod. And I actually don't celebrate with anyone. After spending so much time with everyone, I feel, I guess, more reflective, maybe. And I'm just, you can find Reno sitting on her little miniature balcony, smoking like her second pack of cigarettes in the span of like 3 hours or whatever. Just kind of blankly watching out the window. She's just deeply lost in her own thoughts. No celebration.
Mr. White would return the nod.
What about everybody else? How do we end this season? What's that last scene like?
Jinx stays in her room too, and she has like a full bottle of whiskey beside her, and she pulls out this tattered box and like lays out the pictures and the papers and newspaper clippings and whatever, and adds the picture of Shade with Steel to it, and she just stares at it. And she's like, one more. That's it.
I think if Trin sees everybody's going back to their own space, she'll kind of like take the stuff back and bring it back to her apartment. And then she just kind of smile a little as she turns on Link's Benedict in, and music starts playing. And interestingly enough, it doesn't just start playing in her apartment, it starts coming out of the fire alarms. Because she had 2 weeks of spending time in this. And it's not any of like the usual like upbeat dance music that she usually listens to. It's just like something classical, like Moonlit Sonata or something that's just going to, it's supposed to be like calming and relaxing and make people feel better. That's what she thinks people like to feel better. And then she's pulling apart a giant armed machine gun in her front room.
So, first thing that Jimenez does after he showers and gets rid of all that makeup is he's going to find where everybody's been posting the pictures of the mimes, and then upload his selfie with the dead Mulhan Steel. But then, cut to a little bit later, Jimenez is once again on Rito's fire escape, taking a picture as he had posted up, found familiar bags along the window ledges. And so he takes some pictures of that to make little meme ads for the coffee company.
Awesome. And that, everyone, is how we end season 1.
Brava.
The episode was a bit shorter, but I had left
By
more
half
time for the
hour.
fight. But I didn't know exactly how the fight would turn out, and I didn't want to take any chances of like adding more stuff. Technically, there should have been a second fight with a security team, and with a power armor. But you were actually very clever. Too clever.
That's why we have to plan accordingly.
So that said, Chris, we have a giveaway. We have 2 giveaways actually today. Like we promised during our mid-season, we have another set of wooden tokens to give away. Let me grab my things. Ooh, they are nice. Yeah, come here, you. I don't need you anymore. I need Nightbot. So we'll do a giveaway of this set of token. If you would like to enter, you can of course enter the giveaway. It's going to use a keyword that's going to be exclamation point plan. Exclamation point plan. No space. I added a space in chat, but no space. Exclamation point plan if you would like to win a set of wooden token with Carnero RPG's Lucas's drawing of all of our characters. It is the drawings were made by Lucas at Carnero RPG on Twitter. The vector lines were done by Displacer Rat, who I think is still in chat. And then the wood and the wood cutting and burning and everything was done by Chris and his friend.
And they look really dope.
And they look awesome.
They're so cool.
And by the way, I think, am I right, Chris, in saying that as of right now, these are the only ones in existence?
As of right now, these are the only ones in existence that are wooden. We have the other ones that we did in
Plexiglass.
red acrylic.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. But these are the only wooden ones in existence.
So you would be the first person in the world to earn these tokens. I am going to let another 2 seconds for people to enter the giveaway. Exclamation point plan. As the music... Oh, wait. It's the theme song. I'm the only one who can hear it right now.
I'll pretend.
Oops. That wasn't the right chair. That's the right chair. Thragon! Thragon, you win! Quentin, you win a set of tokens! Congratulations, Thragons! Thragon! Oof. Congratulations at Thragon. So, congrats! Now we're gonna do our... Oh yeah, it's too loud. Sorry, I got excited and I put the volume up all the way. Congratulations, Quentin. Our last giveaway of the night, last giveaway of the season, will be a copy of the Jumpstart Kit. And we're gonna use !finale for this one. If you don't have a copy of the rules, of the Jumpstart Kit rules, the ones that we've been using to play this game, now's your chance. This is going to be, I believe, the last time we're going to be able to give away a copy of the Jumpstart Kit. So, if you would like to get your hands on some sweet Cyberpunk rules, !finale without the space. If you don't have it already, now's the time to enter. How's everyone?
That was dope. That was really fun.
That was a lot of fun. I
love this system. I'm so glad. I'm really glad I got to play it.
Wait till next week.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, well, I'm excited for that too. But this one's really good too.
I can't wait for next week. It's been a while.
That'll be fun.
Did you tell the fine folks at home what we're doing next week?
No, not yet. Oh my god, thank you so much, Godless Lawyer. Thank you very much for that donation. And thank you, Fenthissa, for the bits. I'm sorry I didn't see it earlier. And thank you, Fenthissa, for the bits again. And thank you for the sub, Hero170. Over the course of the game, I didn't see the message go by. Tread, you will know in a moment. But first, well, Tread, you win. Congratulations. Tread26, you are the winner. What I'm gonna ask you, Tread, is if you can send me a private message either on Twitter or on Twitch here and leave me your email address. I will send it over to Artalsorian Games so they can give you your copy of the Jumpstart Kit PDF. Yeah, I'm typing at the same time, and apparently I can't do two things at once. But yeah, just send me a private message, and I will get that to Artal, and they will get your things. So what's up with next week? Because technically we finished our season, but the adventure and the story is far from over. Next week, we are actually, we've been very, very lucky, and we are going to showcase the full character creation rules of the actual Cyberpunk Red game. Before it comes out! So, come around if you want to see what the actual game feels like. We're going to be creating characters. I'll probably be creating Hawk. And the rest of the cast will recreate their characters using the full rules, and we'll be using the full rules from that point on for Season 2.
Sneak peek of unreleased?
Yes, sneak peek of unreleased material. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Unreleased. I had like none released, and I was like, that's not supposed to happen. But yes, if you want to see what Cyberpunk Red actually looks like, at least the character creation side of it, next week at 8 p.m. we're gonna run a special stream, and if ever there's not enough time to do all the characters and everything, for the players, don't worry, we'll make your characters, like, we'll have time to finish making the characters either after the stream or whatever. But if you want, we might be able to stay a bit longer to go through everything if we see that it takes, you know, if it takes 3.5 hours, I'm willing to stay. I don't know for everybody else. We'll talk about that offline. But come around next week for that. I have a ton of other news for you, but first, let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you, what do you have going on, and what was your favorite bit of Season 1? Start with Adelaide. Why did I take a pause there? I have no idea.
You're fine. Now just put on the spot because I'm thinking through all the season. Oh my gosh. Probably first getting Little Yappy Dog with Jimenez. That one was a good one. That one was really funny. Yeah, I'm Adelaide Gardner, or Adelaide on Twitter. I play Reno, the solo. This was a really fucking dope first season, and I'm really excited for the second one. I am 1/4 of a new team called Action Fiction. We make tabletop role-playing games. Our first one was just released, Monsters of Merca, on Drive-Thru RPG. It just hit Electrum. I always want to say Mithril, but that's not correct. Electrum, which is really awesome. It is a very funny 5e supplement for American cultural and political parody. So check that out, play it, see if you like it. And yeah, other than this game, I have Fae Forge Academy, which is our podcast that comes out every Friday, and we record it every Sunday, and as well as A Date with Death, which is a game on Goldheart Group's channel, which is really fun. I play a geriatric turtle who has a lot of sex with demons. So
like Master Roshi?
She was, well, not anymore. So she is a Tea Witch. She uses the Mage Hand Press's Tea Witch class. But she used to be a Black Witch. And dabbled in some really dark magic. So, you know,
that's
gotta
cool.
live a little when you're younger, you know?
Oh, wait. When you said you were effing with humans, are you talking about like messing with them or like?
No, you know, she's had trysts with demons before, you know, as
okay, yeah.
as a dark witch.
I just wanted to clarify.
No.
And
it's a lot of sex jokes.
Cool, my type of game. And what was your favorite moment of season 1?
Definitely Jimenez inheriting the dog, at least temporarily. Just the, what the fuck do we do with this ugly dog? That was good. That was very memorable for me. And
Cool.
the fights, all the wrestling fights. I'm not a big wrestler fan, but this was exciting. It was exciting to watch all the suplex, diamondback, yodel attacks that I'm making up. It was all good. It was really fun.
Speaking of the wrestler himself, Anino.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name's Nino. You can find me on Twitter at Nino Gaming. I don't have anything else really to promote at the moment. Actually, I have the weekend off. I haven't had a weekend off of streaming since Christmas, so that's really weird. I don't know what to do with myself. Anyway, favorite moment. I want to say that the nightclub scene where Hawk introduced the song that he wrote for Mr. White. Just because...
highlight of my musical career.
Because you actually had to sing it, and that just cracks me up so badly.
Yeah. Well, thank
It
you.
was awkward and memorable.
Yeah. I'll keep chat if you want to put in your best moments of season 1. Go ahead. I know Shinobi is already posted. I'll go through them after. But first, Jinx or Rin.
Yo, I'm Rin. I'm here on Fridays. I might be here on Thursdays. or
You're allowed.
sometime.
You're allowed to talk about it.
Yay! I'm going to be in another game. Playing a different character. Yeah. And otherwise, what did I like? I liked all of season 1. I like playing with this group and just like getting all the little tidbits of stories because I eat that up as much as chat does. So yeah. But yeah, I have to say the wrestling was just like awesome. And I had fun shooting things. So yeah, that's about it. You want to say something, kitten? Yeah, okay.
Mr. White, Chris.
Oh, before I go in, talk about Shinobis, because otherwise I'm going to steal it. Seriously. Are you muted?
Oh, sorry. So I said, okay then, Deirdre.
No, I said talk about Shinobi's favorite.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'm going to end up
Oh,
stealing
otherwise
it.
you're gonna. Oh, I heard go through other people. I don't know
No,
why.
no. Talk about Shinobi's.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to end up stealing that one.
Shinobi's favorite moment was Iminez's fire speech showing those fakes how the show is done.
Yeah, that was good. That was
so
really
dope.
good. That was
Yes.
intense. I
That
loved it.
was my favorite moment of season 1.
Yeah.
By the way, Anino wrote an entire wrestling culture for Night City
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
before this game started. He wanted to play a wrestler, but there wasn't really any wrestling content. He just created it.
Badass.
It's fucking dope.
Also, a compilation video of Chins getting shot with what you saying? Yes.
There you go. So I'm at Chris Geary. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Geary. You can find me here on Fridays for Cyberpunk. Coming in July, there may be, we're still working out the details, but there may be a version of the multiverse going on in Castle Falkenstein where you can jump between 3 different channels and find out different tidbits about the same plot from 3 different casts. And that's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So if you want to see different faces, different people doing steampunk fantasy stuff and tackling the world of Castle Falkenstein, look for those promos come July. I'm also working on Omens Rising, which is a completely new tabletop RPG setting that's based off of cartomancy divination as its core mechanic, with a wide group of talented people, and it's slowly but surely being created. Definitely check us out as more things will be coming about. You can always hit me up to playtest our unique character generation system and kind of get a feel for who it is that would be in this world, inspired by JRPGs and other fantasy elements. My favorite moment, other than the one that Shinobi pointed out, would probably have to be
And thus Mr. White froze.
That's tough. That's tough. There's a lot of good ones there. Everything from, Trin's finding out that there's something extra in her brother's android crotch to the improvised C4 on a fire extinguisher trying to kill Mulhan Steel. Those were 2 shenanigans that were funny when it came to trends. So we'll go with those.
And Deirdre, Trins.
Oh, hey y'all. This was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this. Trins is very different from most of the characters I usually play, so she was a very different experience every week. I loved everything about this, and I cannot wait to see what happens next. I loved the guerrilla found familiar ads with drones. The Jimenez as a romance novel cover in Reno's possession.
Forgot about that.
Jinx successfully shooting the gun out of a guy's hand. That was great. Mr. White just nonchalantly sitting having a cup of tea with Kiyoshi while everyone else is being shot at. That just kind of like ultimate chill moment. I just loved everything about it. But hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Dirgedonovan on Twitter or Praxagora Thesmiophora as you see me around on Twitch. And tomorrow we're doing session 0 for a pirate game here at 1 o'clock. We are using the game that I wrote. It's a Descended from the Queen game to do character creation, and then we're going to be playing a PBTA game of Rapscallion, pirates on the high seas in the Caribbean. It should be very entertaining and a lot of fun. And then you can always check my Twitter because I always post where I'm going to be and all the fun things and all the fun people I get to hang out with. So yeah, that's me. That's me for right now.
Oh, thanks. We have a few highlights. Imenez on the novel cover. From Origami Shuriken. AJ1053 says, I have to say my favorite is the big main event match and how it played out. Fenthissa liked the intro episodes with a more intimate look at each character, which I have to admit they were a lot of fun to make. I've done the same thing for The Witcher, and I think I'm going to start doing that for a lot of upcoming shows, just because it... I don't know, did you like that? Did you like the one-on-one sessions?
Oh yeah,
I loved them.
I think it was great.
Yeah, they were really fun.
It was a lot of fun.
Imin is a speech. Fentissa says also that interrogating the surgeon was epic. And Godless Lawyer loved the moment where that guy got his junk shot off with a shotgun. And then Shinobi says, my other favorite moment is when Deirdre got a new vehicle. It was very awesome. I enjoyed the whole season. And I have stuff planned for Season 2, delving into other aspects of your backstories, because your life in Night City is never going to be restful. But that said, I want to thank all of our sponsors for tonight. I want to thank Artal Saurian Games for making this game possible. I want to thank Roll20, the virtual tabletop that we play on. I want to thank Found Familiar, of course, sponsors of this show. And I want to thank Mage Hand Press, makers of 5th edition D&D supplements. And our partners through the Diceomancy program. I would like to shout out Level Up Dice. You can check them all out using the links in chat or the panels down below. Also, I would like to give a heartfelt thanks to all of you who watched us, who came every Friday night instead of doing whatever it is that you normally do on a Friday night, and decided to sit down and watch this show that we've put together. Watch this game that we've, all 6 of us, I feel I can speak for everyone to say that we've thoroughly enjoyed it. And I want to thank you for all the times that you hung out in chat, all the bits, the subs, the donations, the follows, the raids, the everything. Thank you so much, everyone. You are the reason why I like doing this. I like sharing what I do, and it's always greatly appreciated when we see that it brings joy to other people as well. On that note, we will go for this week. We'll come back next week for character creation using the actual full unreleased rules. We're the only ones in the world who'll have access to that, so that will be pretty amazing and a big premiere. So for all of you Cyberpunk fans, if you would like to come and watch, and otherwise we'll be back tomorrow. I'll actually be shaved, so I am shaving my quarantine beard for this pirate game. Gonna do that probably after the show tonight. Kat wasn't aware. Nobody was. I'm just surprising everyone. Getting rid of all of this. I'll have a brand new face for Pirate Game. So come and watch that, if only to see my goofy face. I'll be forced to wear that for the remainder of the campaign. And then catch us on Monday for the finale of Legacy, Life Among the Ruins. And then on Tuesday for The Witcher, on Thursday for Dragon Age, and we have a whole bunch of new shows coming up soon, so keep your eyes peeled. I might have a few announcements to make on Twitter. Thank you everyone for coming. Have a good Friday night. Have a good weekend. Stay safe everyone. Bye-bye.